Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to explore one of the most fascinating and powerful technologies being developed for modern warfare: directed energy weapons. These futuristic systems sound like something from a science fiction movie, but they are very real and are already being tested and deployed by several countries. Directed energy weapons use focused energy such as lasers, microwaves, or particle beams to damage or destroy targets. Instead of using traditional bullets or explosives, these weapons rely on concentrated energy traveling at the speed of light. For decades, militaries around the world have relied on conventional weapons like missiles, bombs, and artillery. While these weapons are powerful, they can also be expensive, slow to deploy, and sometimes difficult to control. Directed energy weapons offer a completely different approach. Because they use energy instead of physical ammunition, they can engage targets almost instantly and potentially at a much lower cost per shot. The idea behind directed energy weapons is actually not new. Scientists have been studying high-energy lasers and electromagnetic radiation for many years. However, recent advances in power generation, cooling systems, and targeting technology have made it possible to develop practical military systems. One of the most well-known types of directed energy weapons is the laser weapon. Laser weapons produce a powerful beam of focused light energy that can heat and destroy targets. When the laser beam strikes an object, the intense energy can burn through metal, damage electronics, or cause structural failure. Laser weapons have several advantages compared to traditional weapons. First, the beam travels at the speed of light, which means the target is hit almost instantly. This makes it extremely effective against fast-moving threats such as drones, rockets, or missiles. Traditional missile defense systems must track and intercept incoming threats, but laser systems can engage them almost immediately. Another major advantage of laser weapons is precision. Because the beam can be focused on a very small area, it allows operators to target specific components of an enemy system. For example, a laser could disable the engine of a drone or damage the guidance system of a missile without causing a large explosion. Cost is also an important factor. Launching a missile interceptor can cost tens of thousands or even millions of dollars. In contrast, firing a laser weapon may only cost a few dollars worth of electricity. This makes directed energy weapons potentially much more cost-effective for defending against large numbers of incoming threats. One of the main missions for laser weapons today is defending against drone attacks. In recent years, drones have become a major threat on modern battlefields. They can be used for surveillance, reconnaissance, or even as explosive weapons. Because drones are relatively cheap and easy to produce, they can be deployed in large numbers. Traditional air defense systems can struggle against large drone swarms. Laser weapons, however, are well suited to this challenge. As long as the system has power, it can continue firing without needing to reload ammunition. This makes it possible to engage multiple drones one after another. Another form of directed energy weapon uses high-power microwaves. Instead of burning through targets like lasers, microwave weapons release powerful bursts of electromagnetic energy. These bursts can disrupt or destroy electronic systems by overwhelming circuits and damaging sensitive components. Microwave weapons are particularly useful against modern equipment that relies heavily on electronics. Vehicles, drones, communication systems, and radar systems can all be vulnerable to microwave attacks. A powerful microwave pulse could disable multiple electronic systems at once without causing large physical destruction. This capability is important because modern warfare depends heavily on digital technology. Communication networks, satellites, navigation systems, and computers are all essential parts of military operations. By targeting electronics instead of physical structures, microwave weapons can disrupt enemy capabilities in a highly strategic way. Another experimental category of directed energy weapons involves particle beams. These weapons accelerate tiny particles to extremely high speeds and direct them toward a target. When the particles strike, they release energy that can cause damage. Particle beam technology is still largely experimental and faces many technical challenges. However, scientists continue to research this concept because it could offer unique capabilities in certain situations. especially in space environments where atmospheric interference is less of a problem. Directed energy weapons are not limited to land-based systems. Many naval forces are now testing laser weapons on ships. Warships often face threats from small boats, drones, and incoming missiles. Laser systems can provide a powerful defensive layer against these dangers.